Guys, this is Angel from PRDB Entertainment. Welcome to another dummy lesson for the Unreal Engine 4. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to work with integer variables. But this is going to be really something really simple. So we're just going to add like something that we can use as coins. So we can keep, like counting and counting every time you overlap with a coin. So. And we're gonna keep an amount, so it's gonna be only by 10, so it won't be going like 11, 12, 13. No, it will stay only in 10. So for this, let's go to our character properties for a moment. Let's create a variable. It's gonna be an integer. Now I'm gonna put here total coins. Let's do this really quick for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on public just in case and for the future. So now let's create a function. Let's drag our variable here. Let's put on set. So let's select set and let's leave the value for the total coins on 0. I'm going to compile just to get the properties here for the values. So every time the game starts, it will start, the total coins will be 0. That's what we'll have for the value. So I'm going to put a name on this function. I'm going to put here load total coins. So what do we have to do so we can start having those coins every time the game starts? Let's add an event, begin play. Let's drag the total coins to the event graph and let's link these two nodes here. So from here, every time the game starts, it will load our function that is only setting the total coins to 0. So now I'm going to compile. Let me close the character because we ain't going to use them anymore. So I'm going to create a simple folder. It's going to be items. I'm going to add here maybe a blueprint class. It's going to be an actor. I'm going to put here coins. Okay, so let's double click to get inside the properties here. I'm going to add a component. It's going to be a collision. Collision. It's going to be a sphere. I'm going to put collision here. Let's do this really quick. I'm going to add a mesh. It's going to be a static mesh. I'm going to put mesh for a name. I'm going to be adding a rotate and movement. Just make it rotate on the scene. Now for the mesh, I'm going to choose the sphere. It's kind of big. There we go. I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to choose silver. Let's see what we have. No, we don't have nothing for silver. Gold. Okay, let's choose gold for the material. And let me pull it down a little. Now it's too much. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to compile. And from here we don't need to add no variables on this item. What we're going to do here is on the event graph, we're going to choose on the overlap. We're going to be working with the event of the overlap that every time we overlap with the item, with the object, with the coins, whatever we're adding to our project, it's going to connect to our character, whatever character you have. Is this a third-person character, a first-person? Just remember the name of the character you are working with. Now we're just going to cast to that character so we can connect to it, and we're going to get the variables so we can start making the changes and also setting up how much amount it's going to have for the total coins. So let's cast the event first to our first person character because it's a first person project. For the object, I'm gonna get the player character, and now we need to get our variable. So we are going to get total coins. That is the variable that we have on a character. So let's type get total coins, and now we need to add integer plus integer. So just type plus sign here, symbol, integer plus integer. And for the total coin, when you start the game, it will be on 0. So let's connect these two nodes here. And what it's going to be telling is that when add 0 plus 1 and give the result. So the result we need to set the total coins from our character, our variable here. So the result that it gives is going to set it on the variable here. I'm going to add a print text function here so we can see what's going on. There we go. And let's convert the result to text. There we go. Let's compile. Let's put the coins on our scene so we can start seeing what it does. Okay, so he starts counting, 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 counting. Okay, adding 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Why? Because that is what we told him here, that he's going to take the total coins that he has and he's just going to add plus 1, nothing else. And the result, he's going to set it back again in the total coins. So what if we want only to have 10 coins and we don't want to keep it up, like going to 11 to 12 or 13 or something like that? First, I'm going to break the link of this and this, and I'm going to drag these 3 over here. So now we're going to use a branch. Now a branch is used to compare whatever result is true or not. So you will have 2 options. You can do different options if it's true and different options if it's false. So let's add the branch. So as you can see here, it has a condition. This is where you're going to tell them the result. So for this, let's say that maybe okay, if it's more or equal, integer is more equal than the integer. Okay, so let's put the result here. If it's equal to 10, let's say, if it's equal to 10 or more, then we're gonna set the total coins only to 10. And okay, let me put this up here. And if it's false, let's set the total coins once again from a character. And if it's false, then we're going to tell him that he's going to be using the result when he is adding 1 to the total coins. And then let's print text here. Text. Let's add the text here. Okay, there we go. Let's not print. Well, let me show you guys first. Let me close here. So every time when he gets to 10, I can stay a couple of seconds over here, and still the total amount is 6. So every time I get near it, just keep counting, counting, and counting. And as you can see, it keeps on 10 because we told him that if the total coins were more or equal to 10, if it was true, then the result was going to be 10. And he was going to convert that result into text, and he was going to print it on the screen. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to tell him that the text is going to be, "You are full of coins." So if we start again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are full of coins because I got 10. Okay. So I think that was pretty easy. You can use it for a lot of things. So think about it. You can use it for bullets, for ammo, for items, maybe magic powers, coins, any stuff that you want to add. You want to keep adding because you are finding things around your game, around the scene, and stuff like that. Just use your imagination. This is Angel from PRDB Entertainment. Hope to see you guys on our next tutorial that is coming up this Sunday. I just tried to, make this tutorial because I was thinking a couple of weeks ago that I still need to teach you guys a lot of stuff before getting into the inventory, because this is really important for the inventory. Because in the inventory, when you get maybe if you put an apple or some can of beans or whatever item you want, and you want to keep like adding more and more and more to that inventory, being in the same slot, and you just want to keep it counting and counting, like you have 2, you have 3 apples, you have 4 apples, well, I had to teach you guys that, and I still got to teach you guys a lot of stuff. So I hope that we can get to the inventory like really quick. I'm gonna try to make a lot of tutorials to keep everything up, so when we get into the inventory, you guys already know how to do all those things. Well, anyway, leave a comment if you need anything. I'll be here to answer you guys. Hit the like or the dislike, whatever you hear, if it helped, if it not helped. So if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye, guys.